Yes, yes, yes. Hello, it's the Triple B. Coming at ya. I'm gonna freestyle this because A, why not? B, my mic's been failing, man. I think the Illuminati are hitting, like, watching me, my broadband or whatever. So when I record it, it doesn't seem right. But let's hopefully this is. I did a whole new video yesterday, and the sound was awful. Anyway, remember to like to keep the haters away. Although the haters are in full effect, as I told you, should be been demonetized. I can appeal, and I will do so. Um, but I don't put a lot of trust in YouTube's protocol. But yeah, if you want to support Triple B, so there's a Cash App link below, and also if you use the affiliate link, you get £10, right, for free for signing up. If once you've done a transfer of £5 or over, so you transfer it should be £5 or more, and you get a tenner. Triple B gets a tenner. Everybody wins. Everybody wins. And I had my boy. I'm gonna call him TP. He gave me a cash app. I didn't see no one message, so I I don't want to use his details in case it doxes him. So, but anyway, my boy TP, yeah, you know who you are, brother. Thank you so much for the £10, and I got the £10 extra affiliate link. So that's good of you, brother. But so what's been going on? Boxing, well, as usual. Talk, chat, social media posts. Nothing really. Obviously, we had the Tommy Fiore Jake Paul fight. I mean, no one with a boxing brain expected it to be that great, but whatever. Tommy, I am Tommy Fiore. I am Tommy Fiore. I love Molly May and me kid Bambi. Why would you call your kid Bambi? Well, I know why. It's for likes and it's for PR reasons. It's become a different world now with the internet, so that you can do your own PR releases now. You don't need a PR company. I mean, they're not out of business or anything, but PR company. I worked for some big companies in my time, right? I always used to look down on the people that did PR because they were always like, fluffy and excitable, and they're always like, oh, I've got this great story. We'll release this, and it's nonsense. They release some press release, and it would be talked about on mainstream media as if it meant anything, which it doesn't. What people got to understand, what the mainstream media, right, is basically press releases, yeah, columnists with an agenda, and Associated Press and Reuters, who are both owned by the same family. They're the ones that provide the so-called news. Also, yeah, if you know anything about BlackRock, Vanguard, they have huge control in these companies. Big stakes, along with pharma, and there's pharma people on their boards of these newspapers. It's insane how corrupt it is. But anyway, we're here to talk about boxing. This is a boxing channel, y'all. Yeah? So one of the very interesting fights that's been proposed, right, is a gay J vs Deontay Wilder. Now, I doubt it'll happen. For many reasons. You put out rumors. Maybe we'll get Gay J to fight Wilder, just so they can get more PR, keep someone's name in the news. It's so corrupt, man. None of these are stories now. The thing is, if it were to happen, and obviously Gay J has to beat Jermaine Franklin, which shouldn't be a problem. But I mean, can anyone see him actually fighting Wilder next fight? Would it be a big money fight? Yeah, it would be a big money fight. But neither of them have a title. Okay? And if that fight happens, it's a cash out fight for Eddie Hearns. Because he knows he's risking Gay J. Now, a few years ago, it was meant to happen, right? It was meant to happen, I don't know, 5 years ago. People were talking about it. Again, talk. Social media. And I've been saying for years. Before Gay J lost to Ruiz, when he was undefeated champion, I said Deontay Wilder would iron out Gay J and make a gay, wish he was back in bed lying down on his face with AKA Skins, or, well, his replacement now, Ben Haney. Ben behind me, Haney. You know, and at that point, Gay J he'd been dropped by Vlad, right? But that was it. You know, he still looked pretty solid. And he was the golden goose. He was the golden goose, and he was laying golden eggs for Eddie Hearns and AKA Skins, his boo-boo. His boo-boo AKA Skins, right? At the time, right, the betting odds were something ridiculous, like 3-1, underdog for Wilder. I was like, blood clot, I would get right on that with a decent sized bet. I don't bet a lot of money because I don't have not much more money now. But you know, you have to be sensible with your money. You can never bet more than you can afford to lose. But I think I'll put £100 on that, easy. And you know, the knockout price would have been slightly longer as well. You know, so. But what I'm thinking now, so that both could be argued to be damaged goods, right? Okay, Jay has lost to Ruiz, spectacularly embarrassed by a fat man who spends more time in Pizza Hut than he does training. And then, he avenged it, but Ruiz didn't train, man. And then also the Usyk beatdowns. He wasn't stopped, but he was outclassed in both fights. Don't listen to the second fight narrative when you got shills and bums like, what's his name? Someone with a big head called Spencer, what's his name? Not Spencer, not Spencer Fearon. Like, what's his name now? Blood clot. I'm losing my mind. But, you know, and he going, Gay J, oh, you went the distance and took him close, and he's a pound for pound champion. Don't be hard. And you know, Sky going, was it Sky who put it out? I can't remember. But they're like going, oh yeah, you know, he did so much better than the first time. No, he didn't, man. He won like one round, and even that is disputable. The only difference was that he didn't almost get stopped by Usyk, who is allegedly middleweight, but he's, you know, obviously he's no puncher. You know, a man wastes more than him. If you see them two guys line up in the street, you'd be like, come on, man, I'm going for the black guy. He's way bigger, but, you know, this is boxing, bro. And Gay J was, you know, despite the narrative, the media narrative, and it's funny how all these guys start to agree with each other. And every paper they're going, oh, Joshua did so much better. Oh, he's back in the mix. I'm like, these guys are nuts, man. You got outclassed, blood. Outclassed, maybe one round. And they go, oh, he hurt him with the body shots. I didn't see that. I didn't see him hurt him with no body shots. He threw one body shot, yeah, and Usyk obviously dropped his hand slightly to cover up for any more. I mean, that's good boxing. It's just nonsense. Well, you know, what you're told is largely nonsense. But yeah, I mean, the idea that Eddie Hearns, their zone, would risk a Gay J against Wilder seems a bit fantastical, you know, unless, and there will come a time, unless, you know, they're thinking KJ's shot, he's finished, he's close to becoming yesterday's news, let's cash him out for a big payday. The only problem is there's no title at stake. Now, obviously there have been big pay-per-view non-title fights, you know, like Liam Smith, Eubanks, but it always adds, or, you know, whoever, I mean, there'd be good fights, like Gary Ward, but it always adds, it brings more people in, you know, and at the moment, titles are with Usyk and Tyson Fury. Having said that, once the hype machine goes, the problem is, right, and this is what Eddie Hearns, he was a amateur. He made a schoolboy mistake. He thought, you know what, Matchroom, yeah. And AJ, we're bigger than Sky. Yeah, we're bigger than Sky. We'll get the numbers. We'll get the eyes. We'll get the pay-per-view. You know, which is amateurish because the Zone, an app, and they do not have the backing, even though they, you know, well, I won't use the word, but they pissed a lot of money up the wall. And they've had a lot of investment, but they're an app, man. You can't get them on your TV. Now, most of the of the trash in the UK have Sky. Yeah? And so it's very easy to promote an event. You constantly put adverts in. You constantly put them in the Sky Sports News. Oh, guess what? Gay J did this, that, and the other. Gay J said this, that, and the other. And you know, you hype up your audience. Whereas with Dazen, they haven't got, what, they've got a YouTube channel? I mean, that's not enough, man. It's not enough. You know, unless you sign up to DAZN. But no one watches DAZN on their TV going, you know, what you find with trash, I mean, when I say trash, I don't mean to be mean, but I mean the masses, yeah? And they, you know, I've seen it all the time. They got like something like 3 TVs in their house. And they're always on, and they're massive. You know, they might not be rich. Yeah. Yeah, the house might be small, but it was huge, like 50-inch TVs up, always on. So, you know, people who've got Sky Sports will have that always on. They'll be sitting there bleating in their eye. Or they go to the pub and it's the same thing. Sky Sports News, Sky Sports. So they'll be, you know, before you know it, you know, they're ready to buy the big fight, the Gay J fight or whatever. But DAZN has not got that power. It's such a fundamental mistake, man. It's very odd. But regardless, the thought is, I still stand with exactly what I said. Deontay Wilder, and you can say he's a one-trick pony. He's all about throwing power, but he has decent power. Yeah. Gay J's not the best boxer in the world. Gay J doesn't like getting hit. He always wears that stupid smile on his face. Do you notice when he gets smacked in the mouth? He's always got that stupid smile on his face. You can see it at the Ruiz fight, at the end of the Usyk fight, #1. You know. I remember in the gym there were guys like they were flashy and all that, and every time they took a shot from someone they're sparring with, they always had that stupid smile on their face. And you know what that means? I don't like getting hit, blood. But you know, in my mind, Wilder, this, for all his weaknesses or whatever, he is a massive puncher, and he has got some heart. You know. He has got some heart, you know. He was tired against Fury, but he still kept on trying to throw big punches. He still hurt Fury in the third fight. Gay J has not got Fury's heart, you know, or his recovery powers. Now, Wilder will land on him, you know, probably round 5, I would suggest. Maybe if you wait for Gay J to get a bit sloppy and tired. When did Vlad put over Gay J? Was it round 5 or 6 or something? So that kind of thing, and the bombs will land on Gay J. He'll go down on all 4s. He'll look up at his corner. He'll look for Ben Haney in the crowd to try and help him, but they can't help him. You know, and you have that stupid smile on his face, and you know, that'll be the end of Gay J. That'll be the end of Gay J. Which is why I'm not sure Eddie Hearn is ready to cash him in. You can still make more money out of Gay J. You know, I, as a businessman, you'd expect him to push out Gay J for a couple more fights that he can win, and then put him in against a big fight. Yeah, so I can't see it happening. It's just more nonsense. I don't even realize why I'm talking about this, to be honest with you. Anyway, peace in the Middle East.